Director for P&I's World Pension Summit. And I'm joined today by Victoria Barron, who's Head of Sustainable Investment at BTPSM. Hi Victoria, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. I could do with spring really arriving.
Can't we all?
So Victoria, thank you very much for being part of the One Word Answer interview series that we're running for the second year at World Pension Summit. Could you tell everybody in the audience who you are and your role within the organisation, please?
Absolutely. So I'm Victoria Barron, Head of Sustainable Investment, and I'm responsible for the scheme and BTPSM strategy on sustainable investment, what we plan on doing, how we are working with our fund managers and our investments to help promote sustainable activities.
Fantastic. And just for those who don't know, the BTPSM is the largest corporate DB fund in the UK. Am I right?
Correct. Absolutely, yes.
Great, fantastic. So no pressure, but that's a lot of responsibility on the investment.
Yes, and a lot of members who are really engaged in it too. So we've got around 250-ish thousand members who are ex-BT PLC employees and their beneficiaries. So we've got some really great members who are really engaged in the topic.
Super, brilliant. Well, they might be watching now. They
might be.
The One Word Answer interview. So for those of you who haven't seen one of these before, we ask our volunteers 11 questions and they are able to answer with one word only. However, there are 3 escape routes. The first one is to say no comments. It's not just available to politicians. The second one is to give a clarification of your answer. You can do that at the time or at the end. And you can change one of your answers to either at the time or at the end. So, Victoria, are you ready for your One Word Answer interview?
I think so. Let's do it.
Excellent. Okay. So, question number 1. What is the biggest theme for our sector?
Climate change.
What do you think our sector learned over the pandemic?
Flexibility.
What asset class are you the most optimistic about over the next decade?
Real estate.
You can have real estate. We can pretend there's a hyphen.
Yeah, like it's one thing. Yeah.
And what asset class are you the least optimistic about?
No comment.
Okay, right. Good use of the escape route there. Question number 5. What is the biggest challenge to institutional investors as a large group? So including sovereign wealth funds, insurance, all that.
Data. And if I could provide a clarification, everyone's heard me talk about this before already, but ESG data is a challenge. I know everyone knows about it, but it is really tricky.
Is that because there's no standardization or you can't get it, or?
You can't get it, and there's no standardization. It is both. And so we need more internationally agreed upon approaches and companies and investment types just releasing that information for investors to use. Because otherwise there's a real risk and danger of, A, recreating the wheel, and B, actually giving misguiding information. So that standardization process, whilst boring and technical, it's absolutely essential.
Right. Well, you never know. They all could be watching this, and they all could get their act together. Let's hope.
Who knows?
What's the biggest opportunity then for institutional investors?
Engagement.
Right. So
can I add a clarification, or have I already used up one clarification?
You have, but since you're on the World Pension Summit Advisory Board, we'll let you have another quick clarification.
Thank you. Firstly, so engagement with each other on these really big themes and topics and issues that have to be addressed, but also engagement with investments. So you can't just sort of let things run these days. You really have to become much more engaged as an investor.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So question number 7. I'm a bit lost now. Question number 7. What is the biggest challenge for pension funds specifically?
Can I pass on that one?
No.
No, I can't pass on that one. Okay. The biggest challenge, funding.
Indeed. And what's the biggest opportunity for pension funds?
Innovation.
Right. Okay, so question number 9. What good habits, Victoria Barron, did you nurture under lockdown?
Vegetables.
Okay. And did you stick to either growing or eating or shaping or whatever you were doing with the vegetables? Did you stick to this after lockdown?
Yes.
Good. Can't wait to meet up in November and talk about this in The Hague. Question number 11. What are you looking forward to the most about World Pension Summit in The Hague in November?
Am I allowed more than one word?
A couple, yeah.
Okay. Discussions.
Discussions. That's fine.
Yes.
That's good. Okay, you can have as many words as you like for this one. Final question, which isn't part of the one-word answer interview. Why would you say that the World Pension Summit in The Hague on November the 2nd, 3rd and 4th is not your average conference?
There's going to be some excellent speakers, and it's going to be that opportunity for, asset owners, investors to come together for the first time in a long time, really, and actually have a discussion on some of these really interesting topics. I'm really mostly excited about the S discussion from ESG. We're going to be exploring social and all the different angles of that, sort of being the poorer cousin of E and G as well. So the S is just a whole area that needs to be unpacked a lot more. So I'm really looking forward to that part of the conference.
Fantastic. Well, for those of you who haven't already looked, it's the pre-summit, which is the focus on the S for ESG, which is on the 2nd of November. There will be a link somewhere in this video, to have a look at it. Thank you, Victoria, for a very great one-word answer interview.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks for everyone else for watching, and see you all in November in May.